Back with another video. Next question of the day. Let's check my Discord. From Dida M, or Didam, still haven't figured that one out. How to defeat fears. How to stop being afraid. Well, Didam, or Dida M, my question to you would be, why stop being afraid? Why are you afraid in the first place? And why is it so important for you to stop being afraid? Could it be that you have also fallen victim to the mindset of bettering yourself every day and trying harder every day and becoming the best version of yourself? Like, I honestly believe people are gonna look back on these decades now, like 2010 from up until now, and who knows for how much longer. They're gonna dub this the self-improvement era. The era in which mankind was absolutely obsessed with becoming their best version. And ironically, by doing so in the process, suffering more than they ever have in human history, at least psychologically. So let me not compare this to medieval times where an infection or a cut could kill you. But my point is, it's so interesting for me to constantly be met with individuals and practices that are so focused on, like, I have to overcome my fear, I have to get stronger, I have to get better. And then I always ask, for what? For what? What do you believe is at the end of that tunnel? Spoiler alert! There is no finish line. There is no moment of clarity. There is no catharsis. None of that. You will continue to suffer. You will continue to mentally bungee jump. Confront your fears. And I'm not saying you're not going to overcome a lot of stuff. For sure you are. But there's always going to be the next thing. There's always going to be that next challenge that scares you, that worries you, that fucks with you. You're never going to run out of those things. So you're literally going to be spending your entire conscious life battling self-made demons. And I say self-made because I'm a firm believer of the fact that our brains, our minds are like supercomputers, They just, human brains are incredible. How we're able to be creative and put together fantasy concepts and just anything, how we can think, how deep we can go. And I believe that we've gotten to the point where life has basically gotten too easy, too good. And I can already hear people going, "Are you kidding me? Life has never been harder." Exactly. On one hand, it's gotten too easy and too good. On the other hand, it's harder than ever. Because we are making it that. We are consistently creating new issues at a record pace. I'm gonna try to stay politically correct because I'm trying to get paid by this video, but just think about a lot of the issues, a lot of the social and political issues that we're having nowadays, and just ask yourself if anybody would give a damn about this if we were still looking for shelter and safety and food. Like, I just can't help but see and notice that we are just obsessed with finding things to be scared of, finding things to be worried about. And ironically, anytime a huge catastrophe happens, a huge event happens that shocks mankind or shocks a country, we always seem to come together. Even now, look at the war going on in Ukraine. I have, ironically, never seen more positivity, more togetherness, more empathy on full display than in these last 7 days since the war started. Why do we need that to happen in order for us to band together? All of a sudden, a lot of these issues that I won't name seem to have been drowned out and then put in the background. You see what I'm saying? So, if you're asking me like how to overcome fears, how to stop being afraid, I'm just gonna have to ask you to really question yourself on why you want to do that. Unless we're talking about, you know, if you're afraid of going outside your house, obviously that's a whole different thing. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking to those people. I'm not talking to someone who's afraid to go to the gym, you know, or who's afraid to take public transport. But the majority of people seem to be doing quite fine. It's just that most of us now have too much goddamn time in our hands. We do not have a true purpose, but the computer doesn't stop working. This thing up here doesn't stop spinning, and it doesn't stop looking for problems to solve. And if there's not a problem, we create one ourselves. Follow the path of least resistance. Accept your shortcomings, accept your weaknesses, and focus on your strengths. I said this 5 years ago, balance is overrated. Why? You know, I'll make this analogy again with the gym. I used to train in my first couple of years training. I started hitting the gym because I was a scrawny kid, skinny kid, insecure. I wasn't trying to become a powerlifter or a bodybuilder. I just wanted big arms and big shoulders and just look bigger and look stronger. I felt weak and vulnerable. I wanted to impress people. That's all I was in it for. Did I particularly like working out? Not really. I did it because it was a means to an end. Right? So, I say all that to say this. In my first couple of years, and I think a lot of people starting the gym can relate to that, it was a struggle for me to get through it. So, I just focused on the exercises that I actually enjoy doing. And what did I like? I liked bench pressing, I liked bicep curling, maybe some row machine, if even. And that's about it. And definitely some shoulder pressing as well. I like those movements. Anything with legs or abs, fuck all that. I wasn't into that. And people told me so many times, you should do this, you should do that, you should train like that. I was like, why? I don't enjoy that. I've seen people go down that path where they follow the science, they follow the program of training all the muscle groups and all this stuff. And guess what? They don't last. Because it's not fun. Because it sucks. And you know what tends to happen when people have to do something that they don't enjoy doing? They quit. So yeah, I trained like an idiot for a good 8-year period. I definitely developed some imbalances in my body. I remember after the 4 years, I had no chest, but I had huge shoulders and huge arms. It was funny as hell. I looked ridiculous. But it allowed me to stay in the gym long enough to actually really get into it, learn about it, and then I started catching on, and then I started training core and chest and even legs after a decade. The turtle won the race, but it's more important to stay in it by any means necessary. That is more important than necessarily doing it right from the start. So that also pertains to anything in terms of you trying something new in your life. Don't be a perfectionist. The most important thing is that you do things that you enjoy, and that'll lead you down the path of progress, if it is your thing after all. Don't make it too hard. So if you're asking me how to deal with fears, ask yourself why you want to overcome that fear. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And if you have a question, make your way over to my Discord. Ask whatever you like, and I'll make a video talking about it as well. That's it. See you guys soon.
Hi, my name's Spencer. I'm a filmmaker from Chicago. I'm a person who struggled with anxiety, OCD, and mild depression for most of my life. I've seen many therapists and tried many different medications. Recently, I was kind of looking for something more, to get more motivated, to get more things done, and I had just come across Lorenzo's YouTube channel. I just started binge watching, and I became so inspired about his attitude, the way he goes about things, and he just seems so genuine, so intelligent, and I just decided to reach out because I thought if he could make it through everything that he had made it through and be succeeding so well now, that he must know something. And I can safely say he does. He's so much different than any other therapist I had seen before. I felt like more of a connection. I felt that everything that he was talking about with me was from experience that he had and not just something that he learned in a book. And I think that's the biggest difference that I could honestly say. So he's helped me so much with motivation, organizing my life, more confidence, and the biggest thing is to live in the moment. And I really appreciate what I have and who I'm with and what I'm doing when I'm doing it. And that was something I've never done before. So once again, I would like to highly recommend Lorenz, aka Wounded Viking. Please hit him up for life coaching.